My name is Terry Taylor. I'm the operations manager for the Water and Sewer Department. I started work with the Water and Sewer Department in 1982. I started out as a resident inspector. I was a resident inspector till July of 1990, and then I became the assistant superintendent. And then in 1997, I became superintendent. And then they changed our titles and a little restructuring in 2012, and I went to operations manager. In 1982, when I started, the operations division had about 20 employees. We now have 70 employees. Of those 70 employees, 30 of them are assigned to collection system, Rehab. 30 are assigned to the distribution system, which is our water system, and 10 of them are in the meter reading division. We respond to about 4,500 calls per year. That is divided between distribution, collection. That could be anything from a broke water line, no water, frozen meters, just a number of things. Fire hydrants being ran over. A resident could have a stop sewer that we respond to. But it's just a variety of calls that we respond to each month. In addition to that, if a resident or a contractor is going to do excavating in the city, they must call a one-call in, which is a 1-800 number, and 1-800 contacts all the utilities to locate all the service lines or any lines that are in close proximity of the property or wherever they're digging at. We respond to about 11,000 of those per year. On the collection side, we're spending $1.5 million a year on rehab. And what rehab does is we're TVing about 600,000 feet a year. And when they're TVing, they're looking for broke pipe, roots, grease problems, anything that might obstruct the flow of the sewer line. And then at that point, we gather that information and we start repairing, which may be digging it up, maybe slip lining it. There's a number of ways to repair a line. In addition, the construction crew works both with the distribution and the collection side. We are relaying or rehabbing about 15,000 feet a year with the construction crew. The construction crew maintains or they replace 2-inch galvanized or 2-inch cast iron. Where you have galvanized or cast iron, you have no fire protection. So we're going into areas of town that have a 2-inch galvanized or 2-inch cast iron and rehabbing that with a 6 or an 8-inch ductile iron water line or a PVC water line. In addition to replacing the 2-inch, and they're getting a new water line which does not have a restricted flow, we're replacing all the service lines to the house, which they could be galvanized or they could be 1/2-inch copper, which those are replaced with 1-inch copper, which is going to give the customer better water pressure, more volume. And in addition, we're installing fire hydrants, which provides fire protection in those certain areas. And it works for the fire department in keeping their Class 2 rating with us upgrading the fire system. Our main mission is to provide the best customer service possible to 120,000 residents in the city of Murfreesboro. When I started in 82, 83, we had about 7,000 meters. We're at about 27, 28,000 now. I've seen a tremendous growth over the last 30 years. Number of employees has changed. The miles that we maintain, we're maintaining between the water and the sewer 1,100 miles. That includes, of course, water, sewer, force main, and a couple of years ago we got into repurified water, and that includes about 25 miles repurified. We have 2 farms. It's the Coleman Farm and the Jordan Farm is what we call them, in which we're irrigating each day. As far as the operations division, with our equipment, we are as advanced as any system in the state or any system in the southeast. We're running 2 CCTV trucks. We're running 3 vacuum and jet wash trucks. And then another new piece of equipment we bought about a year and a half ago is an ATV with a CCTV equipment on the ATV. And what that ATV does is allow us to go into easement areas along the rivers and stuff like that where you cannot get a van or that type of vehicle along the river. And we're able to go in with the ATV and televise those lines. Our construction crew, of course, we have a 327 Caterpillar excavator. We have a Kawasaki loader, which when you're doing construction work, you have to have that type of equipment. We bought a paver about 3 years ago, and we're actually doing our own paving with a paving machine now instead of putting it down by hand, which is quicker. It does a lot neater job, and it's more cost effective than putting it down by hand. Of course, we work very closely with our wastewater plant, our water treatment plant. In addition to the own departments in our own division, we work very closely with the street department. Mr. Raymond Hillis has been very cooperative, helping us out as far as mowing stuff. Even one big thing is of course, in the winter weather, if we have a broke water line and you have water out in the middle of the street flowing or whatever, of course, it's going to ice over when you have these low temperatures we've had in the last few days where it's been down anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees. Mr. Hillis will come out and salt the roads for us to make it more safer for our citizens. We work with Mr. Hillis on drainage problems. One of the vacuum trucks that we have is assigned is in the stormwater division. And of course, they're cleaning and washing the storm pipe every day. They're washing about 250,000 feet a year. And what that does is, you know, you're keeping the debris out of the storm water, like leaves and sticks and mud. And of course, it makes our streams a lot cleaner if we're keeping them clean, which is, there's sometimes that we can't actually get it clean. Mr. Hillis may have to go do a repair on the line, which is, again, very helpful to the community. In 2013, our Water and Sewer Board approved an expenditure to build a water testing facility. That water testing facility, of course, is located at 1725 South Church Street, our O&M facility. We built a new building which houses our meter reading staff, and also houses this meter testing plant. And what we do with the meter testing plant is when we order new meters, of course, they've already been tested by the company that we get them from, but we go through another testing cycle, and we test all the meters for accuracy before we put them in the ground. You know, that gives customers peace of mind that the meter's reading correctly. Again, it goes back to us looking for unaccounted for water to make sure those meters are registering correctly. And when I mean correctly, that means both ways. They're not over-registering or under-registering. You know, we want to be fair about that. But each meter we put in the ground, we test. This plant has the ability to test 8 meters at a time. And in addition to that, if we have a meter that's supposedly giving us trouble, we're able to go remove that from the field and bring it in and test it. One of the other services that we do on the operational side with our distribution and collection system both is we do the plumbing inspection on residential houses. Once a house is built, the builder, of course, will stub the line out from the foundation, and then they'll run that line, the water line and the sewer line, to the street to tie to our meter or tie to a clean out. And we install the clean outs at the street. The city has a clean out sits right at the property line. Once the plumber has installed those facilities, our people go out and inspect that. And there's codes that you follow. Type of bends, the depth, and then all those are actually tested, either with a water test or an air test. Our employees inspect those, pass those, they go to codes. The codes department will give the builder a C of O, which is a certificate of occupancy. We also maintain the fire hydrants. When the fire department does their annual flow of fire hydrants, which, by the way, there's about 3,500 fire hydrants in the city of Murfreesboro. they will flow those hydrants, checking for pressure problems or leaks on the fire hydrant, and if they find that, they will call us and we'll address that problem once we find out where it's at. All our fire hydrants are numbered. They're actually color-coded. Color-coded signifies the amount of flow that you're going to get. One thing I would like to share with the community, and I don't know if they're aware of it, is back in July, the Murfreesboro Water and Sewer Department was selected for an operational award with the Tennessee-Kentucky AWWA. And what that signifies is we are the best distribution system in the state of Tennessee. That is a reflection on the department, is a reflection on the city employees or the Water and Sewer Department employees, which actually there's 70 here. There's 156, I believe, in the whole department. It is also a reflection on the guidance of our director, Mr. Darren Gore. Mr. Darren Gore has a vision, and we all know what we're supposed to do, and for the department, we're very proud to see that reward. Now, our wastewater plant and our distribution plant, or water treatment plant, has received a lot of awards too. So in the past couple of years, the Murfreesboro Water and Sewer Department has got their share of recognition for a lot of hard work from a lot of individuals. Well, in closing, we want the community to understand if they see something, give us a call. If they have a problem that they're not sure of what's going on, feel free to give us a call. We're going to check it. We're going to relay what information we find back to them. Of course, if it is a problem on us, we're going to take care of it. There's no need for you to have to call anybody else. The department will take care of it if it's on us. We're going to share information with what we think the problem is if it's back on the resident. And certainly feel free to call us at 893-1223. We have someone on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if we get called, we are going to respond.